Okay, so talking about doing mean absolute deviation with a calculator, I'm going to do these other two problems that were assigned to do independently, just a review. So in order to start, I want to make sure my calculator is cleared of all data. So I'm going to do second plus 7, 1, 2, and it should say RAM cleared. That means that all of my lists are going to be completely blank. So now my first step is to go through and put all my data in. So I'm going to go to Stat, and I'm going to do Edit, so option 1. I'm going to type all of this data in, so 7, 5, 3, 10, 7, 10, 4, and 2. I have 8 data points here, so my 9th row should be blank, so L19 means I have 8 points above it. So now my first thing I need to do is I need to find the mean of my data. So I'm going to go to Stat, over to Calc, option 1. All of my data is in L1, so I'm going to make sure that it does say that it's going to pull from list 1. Enter, enter, enter. So that first information right here, this is the algebraic symbol for mean, so the mean equals 6. So I need that information right here. Now I'm going to go back and I need to find the difference. I need to find out how far away is my data from my mean. So I'm going to go to Stat and Edit. I'm going to go over to L2 and then highlight L2, so I'm going to go up. And I want to take the mean and minus the data. So I'm going to do 6 minus, all of my data is in L1, so second 1. So this first number should be whatever your mean is, minus your data in L1. Press enter, and it's going to populate all of the differences right there for you in L2. So -1, 1, 3, -4, -1, -4, 2, and 4. However, I want to find the absolute value of that information, so I'm going to go over to L3 and up to L3. I find absolute value by going to second 0. Absolute value, so is the first option, so enter. I want to do the absolute value of the information in L2, so I'm going to do second 2 and enter, and then it will populate all of those numbers in their positive form. So 1, 1, 3, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4. And then my last step is to find the average of those distances. So I'm going to go back to Stat, over to Calculate, option 1. But now I'm not finding the mean of the first list. I want to find the mean of the absolute value list, which is found in L3. So second 3, enter, enter, enter. So now my mean is 2.5, and that mean is of my distances, so that is my mean absolute deviation. So I'm going to do this last one really quick. So in order to clear my calculator, I'm going to do second plus 7, 1, 2. I'm going to go to Stat and Edit. I'm going to type in my data. This particular set of data has 10 data points. So when I'm done, I should end on row 11. So I end up L111. That last row was blank, so I've done my 10 digits or 10 data points. Make sure you type them in correctly, because otherwise it's going to mess up your information. So now I need to find the mean, so Stat, Edit, Calculate, L1. My mean in this particular example is 17.9. So then I'm going to go to Stat, Edit. I want to do the mean minus L1, so my mean is 17.9 minus L1. So here is all my differences. And again, I want to take the absolute value of all of this information, because it's not about the negative distances, it's just about the distance which is positive. So I'm going to go over and up to L3. Second 0 gives me my catalog, absolute value of the data in L2. So now it's going to turn them into just the distances, which is all positive. And then the last thing is to find the mean of L3, so Stat, Calc, option 1, L3, and then my mean absolute deviation is 2.1. Both of these examples are low variability because they're less than 10, and that's how you do it on a calculator.